with each other, you cheating on ball, such and such, and whatever happens. Let's say Love and Hip Hop pick it up, you all get back together. How does now? I get a bag. You know what I mean? I get a little bag, I get a little check, I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Such and such a, you know what I mean? I'm the boy that such and such a cheat. I'm around now. I'm a little, so too comfortable. I should have known me being in New York, me being at Remy Ma. I knew it should have been fired off because I would have been doing the same.
I'm gonna go into deep. I don't really know. How about that?
Right.
One thing I don't know is that my sister never tells me our personal relationship. What I know is I left y'all last night. We went to Brooklyn Chop House. She treated 10 grown men to dinner. And I woke up in the morning and my phone was going crazy. It's like, yo, look what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all? Y'all think that's so girl, he put a recording device in Remy's car. And it's so weird. He bugged the car, and you couldn't really hear me on the other side, but you could hear her talking to me, so that's how he knew.
Rise's flaming Instagram post ignited the internet, and Clarissa decided to turn things up by announcing a boxing match with the queen herself. However, guess who isn't ready for it? Yet Miss Curtis 50 Cent, because he knows Remy is not someone to toy with, not to mention that she supposedly shot her own friend Jackson. And why would a man like him be against the little gloves? All showdown. Remy may have even hinted at Clarissa, who is this girl is in danger should she start watching her back. Let's get started. FY couldn't remain silent for very long, so he slid into the chaos with his unwanted advice, advising Clarissa to reconsider before entering the ring with Remy. Avoid fighting her at all costs. She will win the block title. Man, BTF is going on. Let me tell you, Clarissa doesn't seem to be interested in listening to 50's advice, but I still need a drink. S is advancing quickly. She originally suggested a boxing bout while she and Remy were fighting on X. You know how chaotic things can become. On that app, the boxing champion didn't hold back either. She wrote Clarissa Shields vs. Remy Ma on February 2nd. Before anyone accuses this feud after their online back and forth, she claimed that Remy leaked her personal information to you. And it's not that I'm a girl's girl, so when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Ree was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever. Frank he done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years. Well, so don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home. Now what happened? Cause that relationship was already over. That was over. Okay, so now that's their privacy, and they didn't do that, but she's out with this guy parading around whatever, so everybody knew that she was with this guy already, so it was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going events. I am wondering, what would it take? How much money would it take for you to jump in the R she act? Oh my god. So music at you know you should came to me like such hello bar this to know about hello barber. This music is in 2008 to a full-blown showdown involving flu punches, and the next thing you know, Remy's pee when the bullet struck Makas and left her hospitalized for 3 weeks. That 8-year sentence was a wake-up call, and Remy desperately needed to control her temper. Even criminal court judge Reyna didn't hold back when she described the rapper as a young woman whose anger is completely out of control. During the confrontation trial, prosecutor Michael Mentos wasn't buying what Remy was selling, pointing out that she had a habit of rolling around with a loaded weapon, saying something like, "This is just a ticking time bomb waiting to go off." Remy attempted to argue that she wasn't that kind of person, but sis really believed she could talk her way out of it. She was quoted as saying, "Rema is not even close." Attorney Juan Maldonado informed the judge that the complainant's only corroborated eyewitness is no longer cooperative, and that an unaffiliated witness who saw the defendant the entire time the defendant was in the green room at Irving Plaza, the scene of the alleged assault, never saw the defendant and the complainant interact. Remy was extremely pleased with the outcome. You little lollipop. Hey, a little. It's safe to say that if Remy enters the ring with Clarissa, she won't exactly be the underdog. However, when the gloves are put on, 50 Cent will undoubtedly have a front row seat to all the action, because he and Papoose don't exactly get along. This beef dates back to 2018 when 50 decided to get a little too bold in the comment section under one of Remy's photos. He wrote, "Man, Remy, you lost mad weight." Hey, SLN Peepo wasn't amused by 50's retort. He clapped back forcefully. And he wasn't going to keep it cute when Papoose brought 50's baby mom Da and Joy into the mix. Things made 50 angry. He uploaded a picture of Remy and Linda with the message. He also shared a picture of a balding Coz with the caption, "Not fifth, don't tell my wife she lost weight over it." Meanwhile, the caption read, "Are okay, but she lost weight and she's good. What do you want me to do about that?" Remy is blocked until she can control her husband. "I said that she lost weight and Papoose started tripping. I'm not fighting anybody over their wife." The next time he says, "We're not watching, but get the strap." Papoose really went for the kill, hitting 50 with some insane pictures. 50 why with toys for Adults, it was all just back and forth, but with 50's pinching for drama, you know he's consuming it all at the moment. However, here's the twist: while 50's all up in the mix, no less than slapped on his trademark slogan, "Get the strap, baby," and things got really heated after that, since he is Room's mentor and the godfather to her child with AO. Fat Joe is out here acting as the quiet one, which says a lot. When Fat Joe was questioned about the situation, he sat down on Algebra Hoff, who hosts My Expert Opinion show, was straightforward when discussing how 2024 has been a difficult year for just one more layer of the chaos. Thato didn't hold back when expressing his opinions about the whole thing. He bluntly stated that he was disappointed by how everything had turned out, because despite his loyalty to Rainey, he also has a great deal of respect for Papoose and has grown to like him over time, which must have made things even more difficult for music. This your husband, nobody come to my house up, you know what I'm saying? This your Hughes, and I can't get in the middle of that show. This kid, the best kid in the world, most beautiful kid in the world. So I wish that's twin right there, real. She's just a beautiful kid. Is there a way to shield the kid from? Sure I don't think they try to know, not that they tried you, but if you have children, you've been in the press, I'm sure you maybe found a way to keep some of that stuff from the kids. I don't know, man. I was beef with 50C to school fight father that you know what I'm saying? He was going to school fight. He, when asked if Fat Joe knew anything about what was going to happen, he admitted that he didn't. In fact, the day before Remy's shocking Instagram post, she was out enjoying dinner with Fat Joel, as if nothing was wrong. I can't get better, this kid, the best kid in the world, most beautiful kid in the world. So I wish this didn't happen right there. She's just too, but if you have children, you've been impressed. I'm sure maybe found a way to keep some of that stuff, kid. I don't know, man. I was B57 Sun School Phi. You know what? I'm your huss. What if he didn't know the storm was coming? Fans thought Papoose was also at the dinner, but he didn't want to be part of the gossip, so he clarified the matter on Instagram in a post. Papoose clarified the misunderstanding by writing, "I believe you people misinterpreted his interview. Although I regularly spend thousands of dollars at Brooklyn Chop House, I wasn't there with them. I love that place." Remy didn't simply saying, you know I'm saying like that, so I'm going to say I was under everything basically. Nas, I want to start by saying this: our divorce will go smoothly. I've accepted that chapter. But you've got a serious gambling addiction, and it's not something I'm just going to sweep under the rug. I've been sitting here going, oh Remy, you're not going to drag the police into this and act like you're some kind of victim whistleblower. You're not a snitch, you're not a rat. Call your brother Joe if you must, but don't use my name in this mess. You pulled this off by weaponizing my morals, my background, my reputation as that gangster girl. You thought you could paint me into a corner, use what I came from to guilt trip me into staying quiet. But the block captain confirmed that he had an affair with Remy. That bombshell dropped unexpectedly, and even though he didn't deny it, he didn't refute the bigger assertion either: that Papoose was aware of the affair the whole time. Without question, he had an input in it as well. Maybe you want to get a little more selective about who you bring into your narrative, because these threads don't just vanish. 4 years of hard truth don't just disappear. This has been a rough season, difficult years in celebrity land, navigating front page drama and backstage whispers. I'm not sure how you move when every step is magnified, every date becomes a headline, every rumor gets a life of its own. I don't even know anymore what I'm trying to prove, except realness. Social media is not reality. It's not a place for truth. It's a stage for chaos and fabrication. But here's what I've noticed. People are intimidated by natural black women. I've watched it, felt it. They'll silence your voice, twist your truth, minimize your role, making you feel like you don't belong. So when you say that story about Remy and Impa, none of it's true, and you posture like you're the one being attacked, I see through it. Let's be clear. I had nothing to do with that angle. I've been transparent about every relationship I've stepped into. All of them. If someone wants to make a narrative, fine. I'll let them. I'll announce what I want to talk about when I'm ready. But I won't live in the murk of speculation. The internet, it's not real life. It's a ticking time bomb of lies. Period. Although we didn't hold back on that one. He shockingly revealed that Papoose did, in fact, punch the lights out of him. Now, I understand how the rumor mill went wild. One moment you've got fists flying, the next you've got someone curled in a fetal position. That's the version the rumor mongers wanted. But let me cut through the noise. 2 years ago, he knew way more than he's ever admitted. He wasn't just bugging the car. He was bugging the conversation. And you couldn't even hear me on the other side, but you heard her voice in my ear. That's how I lived. That's how I survived. And then the "I'm about to drop $1 here" talk. What did that even mean? Show $1 here, you know what I'm saying? Let me translate. You thought you could buy my silence, buy my loyalty. But here's what I'm saying now. I was under everything. Under the weight of your secrets, under the influence of your actions. I was under. But I'm not there anymore. I want this off my chest so the public sees the timeline, sees the players, sees the true threats. Let me walk you through it. I met you when you were riding high, the lights shining, crowd roaring. I didn't come with illusions. I came with my own story, a gritty past, a backbone, a heart worn raw. You saw me as a trophy, maybe at first, someone to validate your climb. But I refused to play that part. I refused to let your game cheat me out of my story. The finances, the late nights, the bets placed in backrooms and online. I watched it. I sensed it. I felt the tremor of your addiction before you did. But I stayed because I believed in the the possibility of something pure. I thought you might pull yourself together. I believed the image could match the man. But you lost track of your reflection and found your addiction instead. Then there's the affair. He walks in, this block captain drops that bombshell like it's nothing. And you sit there silent. Because you know. Because you're complicit. The pieces fit together and you smile. You think no one is watching. We've got streets that talk. Word travels faster than your PR team. And for you to sit there now and say that story's made up, come on. The story was built around your silence, your inaction. When you knew and yet chose to pretend you didn't know. That's the reflection of cowardice, not innocence. You want to keep dating, keep moving, keep that celebrity bubble intact. But realize this, that bubble's porous. Everything leaks. Every whisper becomes a headline. Every glance gets a screenshot. And if you bring a broken man into it, a man with gambling chains around his ankles, a man who thinks he can play the public like a chessboard, you're not the victim. You're the architect of the collapse. And I've been in the ruins, watching you build your little house of cards, watching you bet on your image, your net worth, your title, betting on the idea that you're untouchable. Meanwhile, the real pressure built underground. And when it cracked hard. You asked me to call your brother Joe. Fine. I don't hate him. But I'm not calling him about this. Not because I have no respect, but because I refuse to let you drag my name through this mess. You made your choices. I made mine. My silence isn't yours to purchase. Here's another thing. People question me because my background is gangster girl. They try to paint me as damaged, unstable, unpredictable. But do you know what they don't understand? That life gave me that label because I survived. I took the pain, the risk, the fear, and turned it into power. I'm not afraid of your narrative. I'm not hiding from it. So when you throw my past in my face, thinking it'll shut me up, you're mistaken. Let's talk about this so-called equal time. You say, when I'm ready, I'll announce who I'm with. True. I'll believe it when I see it. Because you've already had a spin cycle of smoke and mirrors. And every time you spoke, you left my name in the dust. Every time you raised your glass or vanished to Vegas for a weekend, you left my trust in the trunk. So I won't press charges. I won't press send. Not because I'm scared. Because I'm done. I don't need your public apology or your denial. I don't need to drag this into court, though I could. I just need my freedom back. And my truth. And there you are, walking around like you're the wounded hero. The gambling world messing with your head. The celebrity world messing with your ego. The narrative world messing with my reality. 2 years ago I heard you say it. I got on, so if some say this, I'm gonna show $1 here. What the hell did that mean? You were trying to show the world you had value. But real value isn't shown in $1. It's shown in character. You say you were under everything. Good. Stay under. Because I'm stepping out. I'm stepping forward. I'm reclaiming my story. Your story is yours to manage. Hurts, victories, losses, own them. But don't drag me into them. Because I've walked through fire. I've seen bets lost, friendships broken, love corroded. I've stood in the storm and didn't run.